Number 7, okay, all of us have our own unique journey in life, and again, we shouldn't compare ourselves to others, right? We often fail to appreciate just how precious life is when we compare ourselves to others. So whether we compare like financially or through some other aspect, we look to what we don't have rather than what we do. There will always be people to compare to and who are more successful or powerful or attractive or whatever else you might have, but you can't compare yourself to them lah, you know. Believe it, your life is unique. You are unique on your journey. You're meant to be unique to discover in your own life, you know. Your time shouldn't be spent dwelling on what you don't have. You have to appreciate the journey, right? Literally take a walk and smell the roses. That's what matters. But don't compare yourself to others if you want to have any semblance of happiness or peace whatsoever. Happily succeed rather than trying to succeed to be happy. You get what I mean, right? When you go through that journey, you once you know your purpose, your dreams, and you just do it for the sake for you because you want it, right? It's not because you want to compete another person. You want to get there because you want to prove to people that because you are better than the other person. That's not supposed to be it. It has to be from your own drive. It has to be coming from you, right? Yep. So knowing the purpose of you wanting to get there is for the sake of you want to be better. You want to prove that I can be. Yes, I can be better because I have a gift. I have my unique way of doing things, and it's about benefiting you. It's about you feel that it's part of your value, and you choose to achieve that dream. And it's really not about competing with others. And that's where I meant happily succeed rather than trying to succeed to be happy. You know, because at the end of the day, your heart or somewhat seems still missing. Somewhat lah, somewhat is still missing because at the first place that wasn't even your purpose in life, right? Yeah. Right, and yeah, so last, you are 6 feet above ground right now, and that's what matters, right? So life is precious because it was given to us as a gift, and we are here for a purpose. And as long as we are here, we have the opportunity to make the most of the life that was given to us right now. Right now, okay, others might not be so lucky. You know, people are dying every moment, and someone is losing a loved one or a friend. Even if that's happened to you, if someone close, you're still here. You're reading this. I mean, you're watching this, right? Yeah, and it's an important distinction to make. It's an awareness that will give you perspective on life and all the things around you. There are billions of souls on this planet just trying to make it in life and are so immersed in their goals or problems that they never actually stop to realize that they're alive right now. And you're still here and you have the chance to make the most of it right now and be happy at this very moment, not at some point down the line, right? So for me, if you look at my quotes in my IG, right? So I did say that life is precious very much. Let me look into what my said that. Okay, the first is what's happening at this point of time because due to the outbreak of COVID-19, and the thing is that um, as much we want to protect ourselves, let's protect the others people too lah, right? Also, we have to adhere or abide with the safety measures as simple as wearing mask. Yeah, wear your mask, keep yourself hygiene, you keep yourself clean, sanitize your work area or the space where you're at, whatever you are lah. Let's always think about other people. And if you want to stay safe, other people also want to stay safe, right? So that's what I meant by how precious life is and how we help one another in it, you know. And I did also kind of highlight about in in my IG feed. I was talking about Chloe. Chloe is my uh, my dearest pet ever. I remembered like where we first moved in. I think he's the first. Is he the first or the second pet that I have? Yeah. So basically, okay, my life, I felt that I'm the ace adventurer who loves animals. Okay, but doesn't mean that everything goes well because sometimes like um you know I'm just like so excited about everything and having them in part of my life, but sometimes the journey wasn't goes that well for some reason, right? So I have this bird that I name it as Chloe. It's a parrot. It's been with me for a good 5 years. I bought him. It's a him named Chloe. I don't know why. I don't know why Chloe. Maybe that point of time, Chloe is a favorite, one of my favorite student name. And I like how the cuteness it is. The fact that I thought this bird is a female, but actually it's a male after some time. So it just stick to it lah. The thing about Chloe, why I love him so much because he is so different. He is very unique in his own way, and that was my very first time like handling a very good care of a bird. You know, a newborn, a newborn. We bought it. I remember we bought it somewhere, and we feed him. From less having less feather until we see that he's fully grown. Fully feathered. We teach him how to fly. When I say we, it's me and my spouse. So we teach him how to fly from one corner to another corner in our house. We kind of build my spouse kind of built some obstacles for him to learn how to walk the ladder, fly beyond obstacles. It's really like we treating I don't know, we treat it like a person, a being that have a lot of interactions. And I didn't realize that we built some kind of relationship. Like every morning when we see him, we gotta say hi, we talk to him, we feed him with his nuts. He just loves nuts. All birds love nuts, but yeah, we have a mix of nuts for him, fruity and nuts. Uh, then there's early of the years, he did fell sick, and my spouse bring him to the vet. So he was sharing the funny moment, like in the vet itself, there was a dog and then a cat, and then there's my husband with Chloe, bird in a cage. So there's the machi, the one with the cat, was saying like, "Oh, you really love your bird, huh?" It sounds so wrong, but yeah. And he just smiled, I believe. Like, yeah. So that's how much we care and love for our bird. Um, we really treat him like he's part of the members in the family, you know. And he loves durian. So whenever we bought durian packets and we just eat together, believe it, like that's why I say this bird is very unique. We used to let him roam around the house at times lah. Okay, when after work or the weekend, where we want to spend really some time for him, and we just let him roam around. And I remember that he somehow fly near to the fan and got himself hurt. Gosh, I feel so bad about it, but have told. I don't know. I think it's just the communication breakdown along the way. He hurt his wing. Not that bad. A little bit of like around like a bit of a cut. A cut. There's a cut. And then I scold him. I was like, "See, who asked you to fly so high?" Then we start to put some medication and minyak bubut. Believe it, minyak bubut. Minyak bubut for human. Where if we really have like cuts or bruises, we put that, and it easily kind of like make it less pain or cure altogether. So we put on the bed, and it works for him too. So you see why we treat him like a human being. And what else? Yeah, there's too many really interactions going on between us and Chloe. Yeah. Until last year. Last year is in September 2019 where he was sick. He was sick for a few weeks. He was sick and was sent to vet again, giving him medication as per normal, but Somehow he was not really, he was fine at the moment, and another time he was not. He was very down, and at that point of time, my dream for him and my the rest of the pet, I was like, I'm gonna build a partition in the house and have because I have cats. So I want to build a partition in the house for the cats and to have their like cat condo, and I want to build an acrylic cage for Chloe so that he can be out there rather than to be caged at the laundry area lah. So of course, the reason being I can't put them together yet because the cats will always disturb the bird. Like how you watch the not Tom and Jerry, there's another Tweety bird, and is it Tom and Jerry? Yeah, yeah. So I don't know what really happened. I think it's just about time. When I found out that he's not well at all, and I remember that at that point of time I was at my workplace. Okay, I was at my workplace, and my husband told me that very morning, like, he's gone. He passed away. To be honest, if I recall that day, I was like, I just couldn't accept and having a meltdown. So I ran from my desk to the toilet and I cried. I cried. It was painful. I could really feel the loss of him. I just couldn't imagine why I feel what I feel and how it happened. I was questioning, like, why you have to go that soon? You were only with us for 5 years and have a lot of dreams ahead to build a much more convenient space for him and the rest of my pet. Yeah, it was hard. And I was so lucky enough that when I told my boss I'm having a meltdown, I'm not saying anything to him. I said I need to go home. So that's when I got home, and yep, I was a lot of questionings. I think when people go through grieving, there's a stages to it, and what I go through is like I was questioning things. Why? A lot of why, how, why not, why can't it, why now? It sound some people might sound crazy. It's just a pet, it's just a bird, but it's not for us, not for me. Like every day you see this is a very tough, one of the toughest situation that I have to deal with. Definitely. He means a lot. Oh my god. I didn't know that he means a lot to me. Um, in my IG actually, I've created a journal as a remembrance of uh, my relationship with him, which as I say that I just couldn't imagine, and he has taught a small being that really taught us to love. And let us feel the pain of the loss. I could also sense that me and my spouse deal with the loss differently. Though he didn't cry, but I know like deep inside, he feels it. And I'm sorry to question like, don't you feel sad just because he don't cry? I'm sure he felt it a lot. So just pretty much sharing on what really happened on that day and how I felt about it. So in my journal, I was saying that I I I never know what it takes to adopt you. Who knows that? Who knows that we could treat you like our own? We never thought that we would love you unconditionally. Like how not to have or to love a being who is smart, adorable, and witty. Just like every human who will come and go, you choose to leave us this morning. I thought I'll be okay, but little did I realize it breaks my heart terribly till I can't stop crying. There is so much love for a good 5 years made with you. You will never be forgotten because that is just impossible. As long as I'm around, you will be with me. As long as I'm around, you will be with me safely inside my heart. Your brilliance will always shine. I know that you will always be near me. May you be at peace and may your spirit fly free. My angel. And it and it's like there's a flash of image of how heaven bridge would be. And I put his name and I called it the Rainbow Bridge. I would say that over the Rainbow Bridge you flew,
You were from heaven, and I always knew I cherish our time spent together. Till we meet again. I love you forever. And I like this one quote was saying that until one has loved an animal, a part of one's soul remain unawakened. The death of a companion animal can be as devastating as the loss of a human significant other. And people who have never had a pet, or perhaps might not have such a relation with their pet, might not be able to understand the loss and may invalidate my feelings as I go through the grieving process. It is normal to feel devastated after the loss of a companion. It is hard to believe that you are no longer around to greet, to talk, and be playful with. Nothing can replace you. I don't want to deny how I really feel. I was questioning why is this time around it's not incurable. I've started to bargain if only we could prioritize to relocate your home to a better place with new toys and props so that you have new things to look and play around. I could feel so much sadness in my heart, but I'm lucky enough to have a bunch of good friends who understand and support me through this. I would have taken it light, but there's other form of pressures that contribute to this pain. It's just like any other days. Some days are good, some days are bad. Grief has no timeline and no boundaries. Everyone grieves differently and for dissimilar lengths of time. A level of grief may depend on how well the relationship or companionship, especially of it, played such an important role in our life. I have to keep the love alive. I can't dismiss your presence in the house. I will find ways to feel close to you so that I know you are safe there and in heaven. And that was my last bit of uh, so-called journal in my IG about how much I could really feel his loss and started to feel more appreciate. I feel very grateful that I still have other beings in the house that I can still expand my heart, my love towards them. And that's how crazy it could be, and that's what I meant by how precious life is. It doesn't matter who or what they are, any being is being if you are still alive, I mean, you're breathing, you could interact in a transaction where you show the love and have the great bond with another being. It's justifiable enough to grow a relationship and having such a deep connection. I believe it is what it is. Some people might, this doesn't make sense. How the hell you feel the loss or feel so much? It's like tragic or dramatic over a loss of an animal, but it's just not that. It's about just imagine you have another human being where it stays with you, you see 24/7, or whenever you come home and you get to see, you get to play together, you have certain bond to a certain extent, or you spend so much time, you invest so much effort, time, and money on it. And you couldn't care less. It's all about the process of you enjoying the time with the another being, no matter what the shape or size is. So, yeah, it's just the same how you're gonna lose a person, a significant ones. I I mean, to those out there who could feel what I feel, I just want to say that uh, life is precious, right? It can be just any moment where you have that moment and it just take away from you for some reason. Um, and I believe when it was taken away, it was for his good, right? Yep. And I really just want to say that, yeah, hopefully he's good in heaven. Right, that's a wrap for me, and thank you guys for watching. I know it's crazy, man, how you're gonna watch these, and I'll appreciate if it's relatable or you could understand, or otherwise, it's fine. It's really fine, you know. Well, thank you again. Remember, life is precious, and I mean it. Till then, thank you very much.